I'm Larry London, and this is Border Crossings. On today's show, it's new metal rock band Nonpoint. The band released their 10th album in October, and they join us today to discuss the inspiration for their latest CD and also to perform several songs from the new album. Nonpoint have performed around the world and on some of the biggest festival stages. Stay tuned for Nonpoint today on Border Crossings. Welcome to Border Crossings. I'm Larry London, and in our studios today, all the way from Florida, we welcome Nonpoint. Elias and Rashid are here. Welcome, guys. Great to have you with us.
Larry? Thank you.
Awesome. Welcome to VOA. Welcome to DC.
Thank you for having us.
So, and I read somewhere where you guys are regulars on the Ozfest tour. At least you have performed a number of times for Ozfest.
A couple times, yeah. We did 2001. We also did 2000. I believe it was 8. Mm-hmm. My memory always escapes me.
do you like the large crowds, or do you prefer the smaller crowds?
Oh yeah, large crowds are where it's
large
at.
is where it's at.
Yeah.
You like to do the mosh pit and the surfing. And all that stuff?
You're converting people. You're connecting.
Yeah. Those big shows usually, bring out a lot of other big bands, and then you get to play for their fans, which is really cool. Mm-hmm. And then you get to build a new following.
Mm-hmm. Now, I mentioned, you guys started, I think, 97, right around 97, together with the band. Why did you pick Nonpoint as the name? What's the reference?
It was actually everyone thinks of their band names. It was a cool word, man.
It came to me in a dream.
Yeah, well, our drummer heard it in a song from a band called Believer. It was a Christian band way back in the day. And when you look it up, it's a way to measure pollution that can't be traced back to something specific, like air pollution or water pollution or something. So. We're polluting the world with our sound, I guess.
Well, I like the sound. The sound is cool, and the new album is great.
Thanks.
It's a tough business now. It's a tough business, especially for a metal band. It's really, really tough. I mean, we don't have so many groups like Slipknot and
I'm glad you know that,
Korn and the bands that put out that kind of sound.
Yeah.
Very right.
It's a lot has changed. Between formats changing and playlists changing, and radio stations coming and going, and venues coming and going. You try to rest your career on the music and hope that you get through all those storms. Really.
Mm-hmm. What is it that helped put you in this path, in this format of music and in music in general? What kind of got you there?
I grew up doing performing arts in high school. I know these guys were all musicians growing up. Whether it was locally learning how to play or being in a band in their school. But as far as the scene and how we all got together, we were, I was just waiting tables in South Florida, and the old bass player of Nonpoint, who isn't even in Nonpoint anymore, invited me to come to a practice. And one thing led to another, and I was had a mic in my hand and was singing, and the drummer stood up, who is our drummer now, and was like, "You're in the band," and that was it. And I was like, "Whoa, hey, I don't even want to be in a band, man."
That wasn't the plan.
I didn't know this was tryouts. I was just having fun with you guys. So break to 16 years later, and here we are. It's like, for real, that's really what happened.
It's been about.
I got bullied into this band. They threatened me.
And it's been about 10 albums, something like that.
8, yeah, nine studio records.
And a live album. So.
Yes, and a live. Yes, so 10. God, Larry knows more about me.
What's really hard is to be the lead singer of a heavy metal band. It's really hard on the throat.
I just sang 7 hours ago.
Did you?
7 hours ago, I sang.
Oh my
Slept
gosh.
for literally 40 minutes.
Wow.
Because the ride here was so rough, and here I am.
Now, how do you take care of your throat? Is there do you have your secret brew that you put in the blender?
Surprisingly, now it's gotten to the point where it's, in my older age, it's really about what I eat. I had a real bad scare a couple days ago where I almost had to cancel all this stuff.
Wow.
I actually thought I had like a growth or throat cancer or something crazy. I had acid reflux. I had the Ashley Simpson disease. I danced a jig, and he fixed me all up. He's like, "You need Prilosec. You don't need surgery. You need Tums."
So I'm not dying.
No, it was
acid
great.
Reflux.
Yeah. So they put me on steroids and got that antacid down. And
Right. Have you ever had this vitamin B injection? I hear these
I've had
singers
B12
get
shots
in the throat.
Oh, those are
vocal cords.
cortisone shots.
Cortisone in the throat.
Yes, they do cortisone shots where they shoot steroids right into your throat.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I won't let them do that. I will not let them do that.
Well, good for you.
Yeah.
The things that
I'll take a break.
some of you musicians do for your craft.
Yeah.
Drink some water.
I mean, I love rock, but come on, I'm not taking a needle in the throat for it.
The guys from Nonpoint are here. We're going to talk more about the new album, which is called The Return. We're also going to talk about their connection to Michael Jackson. So all of that's coming up in just a couple of minutes. So hang around. This is Border Crossings. If you guys would do a live song for us, that'd be great.
Absolutely.
This is acoustic too.
Want to hear one now?
I would love to.
All right, here's a little ditty that kind of gets all the blood going for all the fans. This one's called Bullet with a Name. My disposition is in a position for all to see. Regardless for how it feels. I got a bullet with a name on it. Bullet with a name. Because the cause for all the pause you think you see is really concentration on the steel. I got a bullet with a name on it. Bullet with a name. You see, everybody's watching and passing judgment on every little move and decision I make. How can I be an individual with the weight of the world and 8 of the planets to take? And with everything happening, gunshots clapping and people are running in every direction with their hands up for the drama to end. I got my hand out for some money to spend. The price tag on the things I need are getting bigger by the day. I got a bullet with a name on it. Bullet with a name. The way I work so hard for things they just take away from me. I got a bullet with a name on it. Bullet with a name, with a name. Oh, I'm working harder than 100 black mules down in Mexico. No water, no cloud, no cover from the hotter than hell. No dinner bell, empty oven again from another bad opinion. I mean, who doesn't want the cause? Money, fame, attention, boss, honeys, games, attention, stars. Funny how we say we don't need it and turn around and try to achieve it. The price tag on the things I need are getting bigger by the day. I got a bullet with a name on it. Bullet with a name. The way I work so hard for things they just take away from me. I got a bullet with a name on it. Bullet with a name, with a name. Oh, and everything they say about me and everything that they make me need. Nothing when they take everything away from me. And everyone trying to make it harder. Everyone saying I will never be nothing but a name on the bullet that I aim. Ooh, the price tag on the things I need are getting bigger by the day. I got a bullet with a name on it. Bullet with a name. The way I work so hard for things they just take away from me. I got a bullet with a name on it. Bullet with a name. I got a bullet with a name on it. Bullet with a name. I got a bullet with a name on it. Bullet with a name.
Nonpoint, our guests here on the Voice of America. And so I was reading where for the new album, The Return, you dug deeper into your influences. That's what you said. We were digging into our influences. What does that mean?
I think when I say influences, everybody always goes, "Would you listen to Pink Floyd or something?" I think we're all most influenced by life. You know, changing our jobs, changing our partners, you know, whatever it be. And I think this time more than anything, we were dealing with a lot of ups and downs at the time. So, you know, I really felt like, and I always feel like, being the most honest with what you say in your songs is definitely the easiest and the best way to connect with the audience. So this time, even more so than the last record, I wanted to be as detailed and in some cases as graphic as I could be, you know, to tell the story, because you know, it's not an easy life, as not as easy as people think it is.
No, it's not.
So you know, I wanted to tell the story.
So what would you then tell Nonpoint in 1997 that you've learned over 9 albums? If you could talk to, you know, Elias.
Get a new manager.
Get a new manager.
Hey, the truth hurts.
Hey.
No, I would pay a lot more attention to the business.
Ooh,
it's an ugly business. It's really ugly, and the music is the best part about it, and you try to always look to that, you know, to continue the positivity in this whole, you know, mess, because it's you know, metal's a very dark, almost themed music, and if you notice anything about our lyrics and notice anything about our band, you know, we're always trying to bring some kind of light to that whole genre. And you know, I think, you know, the music is the best way to do that.
And you chose to do Billie Jean.
Yeah.
So how did that come about? I mean, to go from the heavy metal sound and the dark side, as you just described, and all of a sudden, let's do some Michael Jackson music.
I will be completely honest. We had to fill a set.
Yeah, really?
We got invited to do an acoustic New Year's Eve show in Madison, Wisconsin, which is one of the biggest cities for Nonpoint. And we had to fill an acoustic set, and not every single one of our songs translates acoustic. I mean, we could work it into it, just like Bullet and you know, other songs that we've done. But you know, that song, I heard an acoustic version. Chris Cornell did. I loved it. So I showed it to the guys, and you know, they jumped right on it. It came out really cool.
Do you do other covers?
Actually, we do. Well, we'll probably whip one out for you. Today.
All right.
We can actually maybe even do 2 if you guys let us.
Sure. Well, let's get to it then.
All right,
Save
cool.
some time. We have enough time for the
more
music.
This is a Phil Collins song.
Ooh,
Phil Collins.
Nonpoint.
Yeah. Miami, you know, Miami Vice.
That's it.
Phil Conpoint.
This was
You got your socks on?
Phil Conpoint. This was actually featured on the Miami Vice movie with Jamie Foxx and Colin Farrell.
Colin Farrell.
Colin Farrell. Here's a little ditty called "In the Air Tonight."
Told me you were drowning, I would not lend a hand. I seen your face before, my friend, but I don't know if you know who I am. Well, I was there and saw what you did, saw it with my own 2 eyes. So you can wipe off that grin. I know where you've been. It's all been a pack of lies. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh Lord, and I've been waiting for this moment remember, don't worry. How could I ever forget its first time? The last time we ever met. But I know the reason why you keep me silenced up. Oh no, you don't fool me. Hurt doesn't show, pain still grows. No stranger to you and me. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh Lord, and I've been waiting for this moment for all my life. Oh Lord, yeah, I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh Lord, yeah, and I've been waiting for this moment for all my life. Oh Lord, oh Lord.
All right. All right, Nonpoint. Thank you guys for doing that.
Thank you.
You sound great. Now, there's no covers on the new album.
No covers. on
All
the-
original stuff. You
original.
wrote all the stuff?
I wrote all the lyrics and the vocal lines. The boys all do their parts. They write the guitar parts and drum parts.
So that's the process. You get the lyrics and they get the
Well, they
rhythm
send
and
me
the melody.
music. I chop stuff up, move it around, start singing over it, and send it back. They send stuff back. I send stuff back. We send stuff back.
And so are there any surprises on this album, or is it more is it like the other 8 albums, or is it going to be a little different? Or
I'd say more than anything, there's a lot of really fun guitar work and a lot of really a lot of heavy rhythms. You know, we were concentrating on, you know, moving our crowd. Our crowds are really energetic and they like to jump and move and you know, have a good time. So we always consider them when we go into the studio.
And that's great to bring some guitar sounds back, because there's, you know, music's lacking that right now. I mean, there's not much in the way of guitar music.
Yeah.
That's great that you guys are doing that. The album is called The Return. So people want to get a copy, they need to go to your website or, you know, Amazon, iTunes, whatever.
iTunes, Amazon, Best Buy, it's all there.
Would you say the business is easier or harder today than it was, you know, your first album, 97?
I would say it's probably it's easier to get into better situations, like better studios and with better producers. The prices have gone down considerably.
Considerably.
Yeah, but it's definitely harder for bands right now because there's so many bands trying to do their thing and so many bands on the road, and there's only a certain amount of slots allotted for every radio station for new music. So, you know, everybody's scrambling and fighting for those 8 slots. And, you know, I would say it's really, like I say, if you rest on your music and you rest on your show, you'll survive. But, you know, there's constant format changes. I mean, since I've been alive, I've seen it go from, you know, 8-track to tape to you know, CD to mini disc for
Mini
a little
disc,
while.
right,
Remember mini
yeah,
disc?
yeah.
And then now we're at MP3, so just wait
Who
and
knows
see
where it's going to go from here?
who knows where
Technology is
Tap
scary,
your
you know?
brain.
Pull your
Right,
earlobe.
straight to the brain.
This is
Implants.
Yeah, iTunes right here. Just sorry, I got a call. Hello, hey, I'm putting on conference.
The guys from Nonpoint are touring, and I know that you guys have been on the road before. You love going to Australia. You've been there a few times, and do you have favorite places you like to play?
Madison, Wisconsin.
Madison, man. We love Madison.
Madison's great. Vegas is great.
Vegas,
For
Florida.
obvious reasons.
Fort
right.
Lauderdale, Florida.
Yeah, Lauderdale is
Back home, yeah.
hometown. Hometown. We just did Shiprocked last year.
Oh, that was
which was
great.
awesome. Playing on a tropical beach in front of nothing but metalheads. It's so much. It's so weird to
So
see
weird.
so much pasty white skin and tattoos
And dreadlocks.
and dreadlocks on an island. Like you wouldn't expect any of that. You know, I fully give Shiprock my endorsement because it was probably the first time that I've ever been on vacation for more than 5 days without getting stared at. You know, and everyone else gauges.
Yeah, there's people that look
piercings,
even crazier
fully.
than us.
I mean,
you
it
know?
was awesome.
Cool
It was they're
experience.
really doing something special with that.
Well, what's been the high point for you so far?
High point, I think hitting Australia, getting to the other side of the world is really something special. You know, and seeing the crowd reaction over there. You know, doing Ozfest, doing Warped Tour. We've had a great career. You know, we've played every major festival.
Well, I know you guys have 2 more you wanted to get in, so I'm
Yeah,
not
sure.
going to interrupt you. I'll just let you do your thing.
All right, sounds good.
In the last few minutes, so if you want to squeeze in a couple tunes.
Yeah. All around in my hometown, they're trying to track me down. They say they want to bring me in guilty for the life of a dead beauty, for the killing of a dead beauty. And so I shot the sheriff, but I did not shoot the deputy. Yeah. It was I who shot the sheriff, but I did not shoot no deputy. Sheriff John Brown always hated me. For what? Oh, I don't know. Every time I plant a seed, yeah, he say kill them before they grow. He say kill them before they grow. And so I shot the sheriff, but I did not shoot the deputy. Yeah. It was I who shot the sheriff, but I did not shoot the deputy. Yeah. Freedom came my way one day, and it started out of town, yeah. All of a sudden I saw Sheriff John Brown aiming to shoot me down, yeah. So I shot him down. And so if I am guilty, I will pay.
All right, Nonpoint on the Border Crossings on the Voice of America. We have time for one more.
Sure.
Yes.
What is this one going to be?
This is the newest single.
New single.
Yes. This is
From the
off
new
Return,
album.
Off the Return. The song is called.
What is this before you play the
That is a tribal frog from the island of Puerto Rico. The band originated in Puerto Rico. It's called a coquí. It's very tiny. It's so small
Sounds like a cricket.
it could hang off the edge of a quarter. It's that tiny, but it is so loud that it blankets the island at night with a whistling sound. It is the island's cricket.
Oh, and
called
there
the
it is
coquí.
on the CD cover.
Little
for the,
tiny thing, real big sound.
For the new album, The Return. One more song, Nonpoint, live here on Border Crossings.
than just blood and air to survive. There's a hole so deep and cold it will never see the light of day. Until you feel the skin break, eyes are always falling on you, but that itch, it keeps coming, coming. Yeah, eyes are always falling on you, but that itch, it keeps coming, coming. I need more than just blood and air to survive. Can I give you any more when there's nothing left? Oh, so deep and cold it will never see the light. Can I give you any more when there's nothing left? Until you feel the skin break, eyes are always falling on you, but that itch, it keeps coming, coming. Yeah, eyes are always falling on you, but that itch, it keeps coming, coming. We're weaker than we care to admit. We scratch and itch. We're graveyard shifting, biting and barking, fueling and sparking that fire, that itch, and breaking the skin again, 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 again. Until you feel the skin break, eyes are always falling on you, but that itch, it keeps coming, coming. Yeah, eyes are always falling on you, but that itch, it keeps coming, coming.
It's Nonpoint off the return here on Border Crossings on the Voice of America. And
thank you.
Before we go, how do people get a hold of you? Your website, your Facebook, all that stuff?
Nonpoint.com. It'll direct you everywhere to our Facebook. It's facebook.com/nonpointworld. We all have our own Instagrams. We all have our own Twitters. That'll get you there.
And keep in touch and get the album, The Return, which is out now. So thank you guys, Elias, Rashid.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Thanks, DC.
Thank you
Thank
guys
you.
very much.
Thank you.
It's Border Crossings on the Voice of America. I'm Larry London.